Good evening. I'll call the Board of Trustees meeting for November 26th to order at 6 p.m. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Berry.
Here.
Mr. Morris. Here. Mr. Culp. Here.
Mr. Morris, do you have the military casualties?
I do. Sergeant Nathan Irish, Operation Inherent Resolve, October 27, 2019, 23 of Billings, Montana, assigned to the 25th Support Battalion, 1st Stryker Brigade Combat Team, Fort Wainwright, Alaska.
Chief Stiegelmeyer, do you have first responders casualties?
Good evening. The following is the first responder casualty list for the period of November 13th, 2019 through November 23rd, 2019. Deputy Sheriff McKean Brooks, Northampton County Sheriff's Office, North Carolina. End of watch November 13th, 2019. K-9 Harla J., Fishers Police Department, Indiana. End of watch November 13th, 2019. Lieutenant Jason Menard, Worcester Fire Department, Massachusetts. End of watch November 13th, 2019. Deputy Sheriff Stephen Reese, Cheatham County Sheriff's Office, Tennessee. End of watch November 15th, 2019. Investigator Cecil Ridley, Richmond County Sheriff's Office, Georgia. End of watch November 19th, 2019. Police Officer Rasheen McLean, Detroit Police Department, Michigan. End of watch November 20th, 2019. K-9 Koki, El Mirage Police Department, Arizona. End of watch November 22nd, 2019. Sheriff John Williams Sr., Loudons County Sheriff's Office, Alabama. End of watch November 23rd, 2019.
Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. I'll now make a motion we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Any discussion on any of the items under the consent agenda?
No, sir.
Mr. Berry.
Aye.
Mr. Morris.
Aye.
Mr. Culp.
Aye.
With that, we'll go right into new business. Begin with our administrator, Mr. Hess.
Thank you, sir. Turn it over to Chief Stegemeyer for a great event tonight.
Thank you, sir. I have two things. First one's very minor. I wanted to bring to the Board of Trustees and show them a new thing we're offering to the community. It's a little notification to the residents, and for lack of a better thing, it's just a friendly reminder of certain things and services we perform. This was an idea that was developed by Captain McGill and Susie Mosley. They talked about some of the services that we go to that sometimes residents don't realize we were there. For example, we have an alarm that goes off and they may not be home, but we check the residents anyways. A parking complaint, they may have a vehicle in front of their house that we want attention drawn to. Junk vehicle, there's all kinds of things. We created a little friendly reminder or a warning that's got a little checkbox and an officer's name they can put attached there that we can hang on the door to let them know that we were there and provided a service to the residents. So it was something I'm very proud of, that we're another way just to connect with the community, and I wanted to bring it to the board's attention. One of the things the police department's doing for the community. Part two, I'm going to slide over this direction. Tonight's another opportunity for me and the police department to continue with our career succession with some of our current employees. Particularly when we had the opportunity to swear one of our officers as the newest Miami Township Police Sergeant. First one we're going to be swearing in tonight will be James McCarty. Let me take you to Officer McCarty. James McCarty was hired by the Miami Township Police Department on March 20th, 2017. Prior to joining the Miami Township Police Department, James had prior police experience with the City of Miamisburg, the City of Gallipolis Police Department, the Catawba Police Department, and the Virginia Beach Police Department. While serving with the Virginia Beach Police Department, James received a life-saving award and served as an evidence technician. Here at the Miami Township Police Department, James was part of the Field Officer Training Program and is an evidence technician. And in 2019, James was a recipient of the Miami Township Police Department Medal of Valor. James holds an associate's degree in criminal justice from Lahati College, a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from East Coast Peninsula Institute, And James is joined here tonight by his wife, Shandy, and his child Gavin. And he also has the two other children by Rylan and Fallon, who are not here tonight, but I'm sure supported in his endeavor. On a personal note, I've got to know James over the year that I've been part of the police department. He's going to be a very good asset to the leadership and the future of this department. So it is my pleasure to introduce Officer James McCarty, and please look forward to your wife to take the oath of office.
I state your name. I, James McCarty. Do hereby swear. Do hereby swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio. The Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio. And the resolutions of Miami Township and Emory County, Ohio. The resolutions of Miami Township and Emory County, Ohio. And that I will faithfully. And that I will faithfully. Honestly and impartially. Honestly and impartially. Discharge the duties of my position. Discharge the duties of my position. As police sergeant for Miami Township. As police sergeant for Miami Township. So help me God. So help me God. Yeah.
Now, this is the part I didn't say about you, so congratulations, you get to say a brief speech there, right? I'd say with you.
Well, first off, I'd like to say that I really appreciate Chief Stable and this opportunity, and thank you for working out here as well. My time at Miami Township has been just phenomenal, and the men and women that I worked with are unparalleled. Their professionalism, their knowledge is something that I am excited to work alongside and to supervise. The township is in such good hands with these professionals that I cannot wait for the opportunity to help lead and to learn. I guess this will be the beginning part of the next chapter of my life. And I appreciate my wife and my son and my two daughters, their support and just pushing me along and making me become better. Thank you very much.
Charlie, do you want, so they don't stick around?
I'm sorry?
Do you want them to leave so you
Oh,
don't?
yeah, lunch cookies downstairs. Sorry, I thought they were gonna do that. By now they should have said that.
Young Gavin, you're welcome to stay if you'd like to stay in this meeting. No.
I'm sure he'll try to enact a couple things. Kind of sketchy.
Mr. Mayberry,
Thank you. Good evening. I did have one formal item for consideration tonight. It's extending a contract we previously have used for rental of uniform and shop towels and floor mats. So this agreement is with Cintas. It's a 36-month agreement, and we will be under a public sector contract, which means reduced pricing to us and cost savings. So be happy to answer any questions you have over this item. Thank you.
Mr. McCord.
Good evening, Board. I have one item for your consideration tonight. It's Resolution 67-2019. It's an amended appropriation to allocate to Mr. Mayberry's Road and Bridge Fund the $300,000 contribution from the Community Improvement Corporation that was donated by the CIC for repaving efforts in the township.
If you have any questions for any other department head, if not, sir, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Hess. We'll now open the meeting up for public comments. Anyone wishing to make a public comment, please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record. I'll give you about 30 seconds to speak. All right, we'll close with that section of the meeting. I'll make a motion we approve resolution number 066-2019, a resolution to authorize the township administrator to enter into a rental service agreement with Cintas. Therefore, be it resolved, the Miami Township Board of Trustees authorizes the township administrator to enter into an agreement with Cintas for uniform towels and floor mat rental service effective immediately.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Mr. Berry?
Aye.
Mr. Morris?
Aye.
Mr. Culp?
Aye.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 067-2019, a resolution to approve an amended appropriation of funds for 2019. Therefore, it be resolved, the Miami Township Board of Trustees appropriates an additional $300,000 to the Road and Bridge Fund and authorizes the Finance Director to communicate the amended appropriation to the Montgomery County Auditor.
I'll second the motion.
Wait a minute, we have to state the sections, just section 1 through 13 has to be in the motion.
I don't have sections 1, 2, 3 on my motion.
Oh, is that a different one than what I had?
67. There's no sections.
Okay, I had a different one then. Must have changed it. Any discussion on the motion?
No, sir.
Mr. Berry?
Aye.
Mr. Morris?
Aye.
Mr. Culp?
Aye.
All right, we have no public hearing, so we'll go into elected officials' comments. Mr. Newell.
I have none.
Mr. Morse.
Just like to share for the record that I've attended the Miami Valley Regional Planning Commission meeting. Each meeting is a representative of the Census Bureau, and evidently right now the Census Department at the federal level is seeking volunteers to help participate in the census process. So if there's anybody watching this or reading the minutes of the meeting and is interested in some part-time work helping them out at the census, they are hiring.
Mr. Colt.
I have no comment.
The only thing I have to say is go Buckeyes. So we will adjourn to a work session at 6:13 p.m. Make a motion we adjourn at 7:45.